I volunteered to lead neighborhood bridges for Tuscaloosa City Schools because the first time I heard about it, I thought, that is a slam dunk. Who doesn't want that? It's just a feel-good, one-to-one, people helping kids. I just instantly wanted to be a part of it. To me, the best part of neighborhood bridges is the feeling that you get when you click I can help on a need. It feels so amazing to know that there's a child out there that has a need and you get to fill it, and it just makes you feel good inside. Get on board. Tell your friends. We need subscribers. If you want to fill needs, if you want monthly amount coming off your card and straight to us so that we can fill the needs. So many ways to do this, so many ways to help. Thank you. To other communities who are considering doing neighborhood bridges, I say do it. It's the happiest, best, easiest thing, and honestly, I think it's going to spread like wildfire. Definitely get on board. As a result of having neighborhood bridges here in the community, I don't have exact figures in front of me, but I know that it's a lot of smiles on a lot of kids' faces and a lot of good that we've done since we've implemented this program.
In the Tuscaloosa City Schools, we have 11,000 brilliant and beautiful children. They come to school every day to learn. But in some cases, for some students, there are barriers to learning. Whether that barrier is clothing or access to an activity, those are the things that can get in the way of a student focusing in the classroom. Neighborhood Bridges allows us to fill that gap, fill that need. And it's amazing because the kindness of our community allows us to take care of our students so they can do what they need to do to be successful in the classroom. So Neighborhood Bridges works in our community like an online angel tree all year long. When you're able to see a need of a student and then that need is met within a day or two, it's immediate and it's impactful. So if we get a need of a student for a coat or for shoes or for access to an activity, and within a couple of days that need is met by a kind community member, that student is able to continue learning at high levels, and that's what we're here for. I became interested in Neighborhood Bridges because when I heard of the concept, and I know the community in which we live, they go together. This community is rich in kindness, and it's rich with people who care a whole lot about our community and the members in it, especially our young people. So the idea that our community members can contribute to the success of a student in a clear and kind way, it's a win for everyone, and that has proven to be true here in Tuscaloosa. Our message to the community is to continue doing what you're doing in supporting our school system and our students. And participating in Neighborhood Bridges is a win for all. It would be our hope that our community would invest fully in Neighborhood Bridges, sign up to be a donor, look at the needs daily, and contribute when you can and what you can. It means the world of difference for the students we serve, and we thank you. In the Tuscaloosa City Schools, we just want to say thanks. Thanks to our community for donating at such high levels, and thanks for having that kindness and that compassion to support the students of Tuscaloosa as a whole. And we just want to encourage you to keep doing that and know it makes a world difference for our students. Thank you.
We have a lot of students in the Tuscaloosa City Schools who have barriers such as needs, financial needs. They may have needs with clothing. They may have needs with school fees, with different monetary things that they have to pay in order to fully access their educational environment. And so sometimes when parents are not able to afford those things, our community members can step in and provide those items, provide those monetary donations, and help our students fully access their educational environment, go on those field trips, and really enrich their learning through their donations. I had a student last year who was one of our teen moms, and she needed formula, diapers, and baby clothing to be able to make sure that her child was fully stocked and ready to go to daycare so she could attend her classes. And we were able to put those needs on Neighborhood Bridges for the teen mom. And not only did we get her immediate needs met, but we actually had people step up and agree to purchase diapers and wipes and the things that she needed for daycare for months to come. It saves us so much time and energy as a school social worker, because we are able to just post needs on the website, and then when people pick up those needs, the items are delivered directly to our central office, and we're able to get them in the hands quickly to people who need the items, and our students and their families. So we don't have to spend a lot of energy or time going out in the community identifying community resources. We just put it on Neighborhood Bridges website, and the community members fill those needs automatically, and there's not a long waiting time, and we're able to make sure that student has what they need almost instantly to be able to succeed in school. My message to the community about how you're meeting student needs is you are really providing a vehicle by providing donations and items for these students for them to be able to fully participate in their education, and also have experiences like field trips and graduation and band instruments and athletic uniforms and all different things that our students have to pay for out of pocket sometimes, but they may not be able to. So your donations are making a huge difference in the lives of our students and helping them to fully engage in their education and in their school environment.
I think it's important, especially as an alumni advisor to a college sorority, it's important for women and all students who live here for 4 years and call Tuscaloosa County and City home, that they get involved and really connect with the community that they are a part of. I do know one story of a student who was able to try out for a sport that otherwise would not have been able to because of a need that was met by a community member. I'm excited to see Neighborhood Bridges expand throughout the University of Alabama campus. I think that now that they have this service where you can scan a QR code and complete, a purchase or a monetary donation right from your smartphone from the ease of your car or walking to class, I think that makes this an opportunity for students to really make an impact in our community in a simplified way. I think that it's a no-brainer to connect communities to students in their area. I think that it's very eye-opening when you see the specific basic needs that some students are lacking in their home life or school life. And I think that it's important for us as a community to serve each other.
The reason it is so important for our business community to be engaged in Neighborhood Bridges and supporting our students is it's about our entire community. The success of our students is so important, and it takes everyone getting engaged, from our teachers, our education partners, our civic leaders, and most importantly, our business community. Engaging and helping and supporting students in the classroom is so important to the success of our community as a whole. The reason I support Neighborhood Bridges and support the students in the classroom is because it's important for every individual in the community, whether you're a business leader or just a regular citizen, to get involved and engaged in helping someone else. There's so many people in need in our community today, and we have to be a part of meeting those needs and helping everyone in our community to be successful. Well, my wife is a kindergarten teacher, and I have seen the benefits of Neighborhood Bridges in real life and seen how that can help students. And meeting those needs of students, number one, gives them hope and lets them know that the community cares about them, and also that relates and translates into their performance in the schools. So it's very important for all of us to be involved. The way you can get involved in Neighborhood Bridges is simply going to WestAlabamaWorksForKids.com and actually going in and signing up to help a student. It's very easy and it's simple, and it only takes a minute.
Some of the barriers that we have in our district are financial barriers, and sometimes we have students who have needs that for whatever reason their families can't provide. And they may not want to ask for assistance. So Neighborhood Bridges is a wonderful program that helps us provide for those needs confidentially, and I say it's like magic. We have people in our schools that may see that a student has a need, and they put the need out on Neighborhood Bridges, and then it's just magically fulfilled and taken care of. We have seen Neighborhood Bridges work in all kinds of ways. We've had all kinds of donations from coats and clothing that has been donated for kids in need for one reason or another, all the way to, I think we had a whole box of scientific calculators donated last year that was wonderful for a whole class. We've had snacks donated to kids who don't have snacks at school. Just lots of different needs have been fulfilled by Neighborhood Bridges, and we're very thankful. I actually came from a community that had a Neighborhood Bridges program, so when I heard about it here, someone asked me if I'd heard about Neighborhood Bridges, and I already knew how wonderful it was, so I was able to really be an advocate for it here in Tuscaloosa as well. Neighborhood Bridges is a very, very easy way to be a part of what's going on in the schools all across Tuscaloosa, whether in the county or in the city school systems. And I would just encourage people to go out to our site and see what needs are available to be filled. I think you'll be surprised at how easy some of them are, and it will give you a sense of being able to be a part of what's going on with our students. And any need that's fulfilled, sometimes it just brightens a kid's day, sometimes it provides a need that they really need to be successful, and it's just a great way to be involved.
You know, one of the privileges that you're granted by being allowed to be in business in a community is to be part of the community, and what more core part of the community than the children that are, you know, growing up here and being part of your business, being part of your employees, families. It just makes sense to help with a program as easy to support as Neighborhood Bridges. Oftentimes it's hard when you're giving money to see your money go to work. You know, you can give to big organizations, you trust that it flows through. With Neighborhood Bridges, you can see an immediate need and make an immediate impact. And it's not often that you get to do that, to just point and click and know that you have improved the life of a child and you've helped a need be filled. That's what makes Neighborhood Bridges, to me, so easy to support. We've heard from counselors, principals, teachers, parents that have just said openly and clearly how much they appreciate the support and that they feel like their needs have been seen and their needs have been met for the first time. And those personal interactions, it really cannot be overstated how much it means to know that you've made a direct impact and you can see it live and in person in real time. You know, the Chamber of Commerce has made a very concerted effort to try to get the word out about Neighborhood Bridges, and West Alabama Works for Kids.com has created a joint we've created a joint website, and our workforce development through all of our big employers locally have made it a point to push along to their employees to support Neighborhood Bridges. And I think that the information is there, simple to find, and again, the website is pretty self-explanatory.
We are so excited about Neighborhood Bridges. Won't you join us as our neighbor? You can make a tremendous impact, and it's the easiest possible way to be kind.
Adopt a School and the Chamber of Commerce partners with Neighborhood Bridges because we have a common goal in mind. We're interested in our students succeeding. Our partnership works well because we're interested in making sure that these barriers are removed from our students and they have a successful path.
One of Pi Beta Phi's missions is to help kids learn how to read, and if their basic needs aren't being met, it's much harder for them to do that. And we saw a huge connection between Neighborhood Bridges and Pi Beta Phi's literacy advocacy, and so that's why we decided to get involved.
Our philanthropy is Read, Lead, Achieve, which focuses and supports initiatives focusing on literacy causes right here in the Tuscaloosa community. We are very fortunate to not only fundraise for this worthy cause, but to take a hands-on approach right here in our Tuscaloosa community. We are new to the Kindness Council this semester, and I have personally heard stories of students that are not able to join the classrooms again due to needs not being met. So we're just here to help support the Neighborhood Bridges and help fulfill those needs in our Tuscaloosa community. We as students are only here for 4 years, so we want to make as much of an impact on the Tuscaloosa community as we can during our time here. I would say it's an amazing organization to get involved with. We've loved joining the Kindness Council and being able to work with the community right here in Tuscaloosa, and it's a way that we can get involved and that we often take for granted as students at the University of Alabama.
Neighborhood Bridges works in partnership with the Tuscaloosa Education Foundation to impact student needs in the following ways. We have been responsible for actually starting the Neighborhood Bridges Tuscaloosa County. It started on February of 2021, and we're so excited about that. Our organization works with the city and the county schools, and so in both places we have area directors who help to facilitate the meeting of the needs, and we just help with networking and partnerships and also increasing subscribership. The Tuscaloosa Education Foundation feels like that Neighborhood Bridges is a way to help us meet our immediate student needs, and we all know that we cannot soar academically unless we have our immediate needs met. And that is one of the things that we feel very strongly about Neighborhood Bridges, and we know that it makes a difference in our students. The number one thing that Tuscaloosa Education Foundation would share with other service organizations about Neighborhood Bridges is that it is the pathway to kindness. We so appreciate the opportunity to work with Neighborhood Bridges because we feel like that it does meet our students' immediate needs, and we know that our students have all kinds of needs that we cannot see or hear, but our teachers and our guidance counselors know what they are. And so with their help, our students will soar, and we are really proud of that. We look forward to a bright future with Neighborhood Bridges.
Some of the barriers I see is just that students don't have some very basic needs. Some needs that are fairly simple to meet, but you have to have the resources. And so in my role, I talk to people all the time who say that they want so desperately to help students, but they just don't know how. And at the same time, I talk to people in our schools, our counselors, social workers, who are so keenly aware on a daily basis of the needs that our students have, whether it's a backpack or snacks or graduation fees. And so they know the needs, but they don't have a way to get them filled efficiently. And so what I love about Neighborhood Bridges is that it just takes, it's the most efficient, it sounds so easy, honestly. It's like, why didn't we think of this before? To have a very easy platform to pair up people who want to help with those who are aware of the needs. A way that I see it working in the community, I am lucky that a lot of the donations actually are delivered right outside my office. So I get to see, snacks showing up, or a new pair of shoes for a student. And I can tell it's probably exactly what they've asked for. It's very specific. And so I love to see that. Or I know of instances where we've had graduation fees provided for someone. Just things like that, that's a big deal in someone's life and could really be a game changer for them moving forward. I saw how it was working for other districts in Alabama, and so we implemented it here and quickly saw how it just efficiently meets needs for students that are so important for them. It's an efficient way. I mean, who doesn't look online or look on an app to shop? And so if you know those needs, you can just, add those things to your cart, and it's pretty simple, and it can be maybe a low-cost item relatively that makes a big difference in the life of a student. So just seeing how that has all played out here in Tuscaloosa County, I would recommend that other districts and other communities really, invest in making this a part of your community. It's gotten a lot of news coverage nationally, but this year the federal government has ended the program that has provided no-cost school meals for students for the past 2 years. So a lot of students have become accustomed to getting those no-cost school meals, breakfast and lunch, and not filling out the free and reduced meal benefit application that they typically would for those benefits. So now that program has ended through the federal government, that's not something that school districts really have a choice in, because it's a federal program that we are just able to implement in our district. But now that students are coming back, we've worked hard over the summer to get them to fill out their paperwork to get these free and reduced benefits, but there's a gap. Some of them have not filled out the paperwork yet. Some of their paperwork has not been processed yet. They will get the free and reduced lunch benefits, but during that time, they may not have the money to pay for their lunches or breakfast at school. Our schools are still providing those, but we've got to have a way to pay for that. And so we're going to be posting that on Neighborhood Bridges where people can help pay those meal balances until we can get the students on the free and reduced benefits, so that our schools don't have to shoulder that burden of paying off those balances, because we're not going to let a student not eat, but those meals have got to be paid for.
For the last 2 years, students have eaten school meals at no charge. This year, we have to return to charging for meals and having students fill out free and reduced applications. As a federal program, we are not allowed to have negative balances. So those balances have to be covered with local school funds. And we are looking for assistance from Neighborhood Bridges to help schools carry some of that burden and take the load off of the principals who are going to be scrambling to try to find funding to cover those negative meal balances. We are working to help families get their free and reduced applications filled out, but there is a gap in a period of time where we're waiting for applications to be completed and applications to be processed. So during that period of time, we want to make sure that those children's balances are covered.